Good evening. Thank you for joining Candid Conversations. My name is Muriel.
And my name is Ruby.
We're real sisters sharing real stories within our community. We have a great show in store for you this evening. It's on domestic violence and sexual abuse. Many can relate, but not many are open about it. We have a special guest, and her name is Chelsea Smith.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
I'm going to read a little bit of her bio. She was born in Jackson, Mississippi, raised in Atlanta, Georgia.
A-Town.
Chelsea Speaks has become known as a true labeled as the rebel with a cause. She has a passion for living for God, healing and believing in the power of true transformation.
True.
Chelsea Speaks is not only a certified life coach, but she also is an author of Transformation, Consequences of the Truth.
Yes, that's my book, baby.
She is also founder of Women Are Dope.
Yay!
Also a spiritual paradigm shifter, providing new opportunities for growth, development, and true change. In addition, she has also earned the title of Miss Central Florida 2018 as third runner-up.
All right.
Time to charm.
That's right.
And also Miss Corporate America pageant. She was runner-up on that as well, here in Orlando, Florida.
Yes.
Miss Chelsea, we want to thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me, Ruby.
Yes.
It's so nice to be with you guys. I was looking forward to today.
Very good. We know that when we share our personal stories that it takes a lot of strength and it takes a lot of courage, and we definitely want to acknowledge that.
Thank you.
We know that you're about to share your personal story with us, and just take your time, and if you could just give us a little bit of history, background, tell us your story.
Okay. Well, my story is like most. We've all been through things. I'm a pastor's daughter, was raised in Jackson, Mississippi. I've been through everything from domestic violence to molestation, abortion, drug addiction, to the point where I literally left Atlanta and I said, if I don't get out of here, then I'm going to die. So I came to Florida on a mission to start my life over and to do what I feel like I should have been doing the first few months of my life. And now I'm at the point where I'm now a published author. I have Women Are Dope. Awesome. And I'm here to really just speak my truth, and I branded myself as the rebel with the cause because the truth ain't always pretty.
Yes.
And that's why I named my book Consequences of Truth, because when I looked at myself in the mirror, I had to realize that it was me that needed to work on myself before anybody else.
Absolutely.
Right. I needed work too.
We all do.
Did you receive any therapy? Did you go for any counseling
for
the trauma that you have been through?
Absolutely, and I'm actually still going through it, and I have no problem saying it. I actually had a friend girl, she's a therapist. She said, I love you, you're my friend, but I can't be your friend and your therapist.
Right.
So I need you to go get therapy so that we can maintain our friendship.
Absolutely.
And that was one of the best things that she could have ever done for me because, one, it made me respect the fact that she's a therapist. And a lot of times our friends in business, we take them for granted and use their services unknowingly, you know, and drain from them when that wasn't her position in my life. So I have continued to go to therapy. I am a good advocate for it. I'm strong on it. I'm very open about it. I have no problem saying I'm still in therapy because when you start to see the healing that comes from therapy,
absolutely,
you can recognize when it's real.
Very good. So did the abuser get any jail time? Was the abuser taken care of? Where is he at?
The abuser is actually in the hands of God.
Okay.
And that's where I choose to leave my answer.
Okay.
Because a lot of times we blame our childhood traumas on our future selves. Some of those things I do is because of me.
Yes.
So when it comes to answering about the molester or the person, I no longer even address it to that manner. I leave it in God's hands because that's where I found my peace, and that's why I choose to leave it.
Very good. Very good.
In his hands. Best place. And I get that question a lot. You know, what happened? Why didn't you? Blah, blah, blah. Because forgiveness.
Of course.
And I serve a God that can do much more justice than anybody else I know.
Got that right.
So I'm comfortable with where things are. And I was able to forgive that person and look in the eye. And a lot of people aren't able to do that.
A lot, yes.
So when you're able to look at someone who has violated you in the eye and still have love and compassion and empathy for them, that's power. A lot of people thought my message was about, like, you know, no, it's about forgiveness.
Yes.
It's about how to get over that, how to admit this happened, how to say, these are the effects that it had on me, why I was in domestically bad relationships, why I allowed myself to get beat up on, why I thought this was love, why I thought this was care, because of this situation.
Yes.
And therapy is what showed me the trail so that I could begin my own healing and become the rebel with a cause.
Wow. So why do you have that title? Why do you title yourself Rebel with a Cause?
I would love to title myself something different, but it wouldn't be true.
Okay.
I titled myself that because, number one, I have a cause. Okay. I have a reason to speak up. The voice that was taken away from me as a child, I now have as a grown woman. Rebel, I only use it because I don't do what most people do. I'm a nonconformist. I don't fit in. I don't look like. I don't talk like. I don't sound like. So in their minds, I'm a rebel. To me, I'm really just myself.
Exactly.
But I know y'all need to identify me with something because you're having trouble trying to figure out if I'm good or bad. So let me help you out and let you know I'm a rebel with a cause.
Right.
There you go.
Let me help
you. Why do you think that you're seen as being controversial?
Because the truth is controversial.
Absolutely.
There's his side, her side, and the truth.
The truth. That's
a lot of times people look at her side or his side and they side with them. And they take away the chance to hear the whole story because of what the consensus says. So I consider myself controversial because I'm not scared of talking about the truth because my book tells my dirt. So if I don't have no problem telling my dirt, what makes you think I'm afraid to speak on anything else?
Right.
Yeah.
And once you've been healed from certain things, being a rebel is not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
You know, the disciples, they were rebels. You know, people that, some of the greatest people in the world have been rebels. You know, Mother Teresa was a rebel in her own way. I always say every woman has a little rebel in her. You know, that red lipstick you got on right there, that's that little red coming, that little rebel coming out. So, you know, it was a way to help people grasp who I was. Now it's time to define what a rebel really is. And that's what I'm on.
You go.
Yes.
I felt that. That's what I want to say. I knew it. That's what it is. And honestly, I don't even think it's controversial. I think people just really misunderstand.
Yes.
Misunderstood.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, like the miseducation of Lauryn Hill. A lot of times people, you know, say, you're aggressive, or you're starting stuff, or you're an attention seeker.
It's none of the above.
First of all, it's none of the above.
Right.
Second of all, when you're speaking the truth, it's going to automatically get attention because it's going to raise eyebrows, raise questions.
Yes.
Think about all our political debates. The truth raises questions.
Every time.
It causes you to now consider, wait a minute, am I looking at this correctly? And when I branded myself as that, I had to look at my own controversies.
Yes.
Okay, Chelsea, if you're going to be a rebel with the cause, what are you really doing it for? Are you doing it to be popular? Are you doing it for fame?
Yes.
Or are you doing it because that's really who you are? And when I looked at myself in the mirror, that's who I am.
Yes.
You're just speaking your truth.
I'm just speaking my truth. I'm just not
There's
afraid
nothing
to
wrong
speak
with that.
up.
Yes.
I grew up with my mouth muzzled.
Right. Oh.
I ain't no
adult
kid
now.
no more.
Right.
Yes.
You're an adult.
And I feel like more women need to know that it's okay to speak your truth.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Don't be scared. Do not be
I believe
scared.
that. Yes.
Don't
Absolutely.
be scared.
That's what I did when we did a book. The name of the book is Broken Chains.
Wow.
I'm not sure if you have.
I've seen it, yeah.
Okay. Well, in that, there's 8 women in that book that share their story. And I had to share mine on domestic violence.
Wow.
So, and it's a healing. Every single time you tell your story,
You get stronger.
you get stronger. It's a healing. And you're helping other women.
Right.
That's what's happening. You're helping other women.
But people will look at you and they'll say, you know, when you talk about old stuff, old drama that was squashed. No, healing is a process.
It is.
Once you've been victimized or violated,
It's true.
if you violated me, you do not get to tell me how long it takes me to heal.
That's right. It
You
might take forever.
It might take me 2, 3, 4 years.
It might.
'Cause and it's as long as I'm healing.
Yes.
That's right.
And my process looks different from your process. And
Absolutely.
your process.
Absolutely.
But guess what? I'm going through my process.
Yes.
And if this is what it looks like, sorry.
So what would you tell somebody else that went through some of the things that you've gone through, sexual abuse, domestic violence?
I would definitely say, know your value. Cliche, I understand. But when I say know your value, I mean don't apologize for your boundaries. Like, for example, women nowadays will let a man come over our house. That should be the last place he comes.
Absolutely.
Your house is your castle, your sanctuary.
Right.
But we got it so twisted. So if I have to give advice to you, know your value, meaning stop being afraid to say, no, that doesn't work for me. I'm not okay with that.
Right.
I'm still healing. I don't agree with that. Know your value enough to stand on it.
There you go.
I love
Because
that.
if you don't stand on it, then you're worthless.
Yes.
And that's literally mental suicide. And with the suicide rates as high as they
they
are
are.
now,
Yes.
it's because of the mental awareness levels we're at from domestic violence, from all
Absolutely.
these different things, from bullying, internet, all of that.
Yes.
So know your value enough to protect it.
There you go.
That's,
Yes.
and as a rebel to cause, I don't know about y'all, but if you got some value that need protected, I'm here to help you.
I love it. I love
For a
it.
small fee of $5.99.
Very good.
That's a good one.
So yes, know your value.
Yes. And that, I would say, because the question I was going to ask you is what keeps you going every day? What keeps you going? One of them is you know your value.
Yes.
I just
That's
learned
one
my
of them.
value,
Okay,
though. But I
okay.
just learned my value.
I'm still
Okay.
learning.
And I say what keeps me going is being around stronger individuals, business strategists
go.
that have done what I'm trying to do
Right.
and are where I'm trying to
get.
go
Okay.
and are, in the lane. And I started surrounding myself. And then I also went through a period of isolation
Okay.
so that the right things could start attracting to me.
Yes.
And little by little, even just this opportunity to be on, Candid Conversation, is proof that when you start to really focus on your growth and where you're going,
Absolutely.
those things start to come to you.
Yes.
But you cannot be afraid.
No.
You can't be afraid to let go.
Right, step out.
I saw a quote that said, have the courage to be disliked.
Yeah, don't care about
It's
it.
tough, but yeah.
You can't
Just don't
care.
care.
You can't care. And surround yourself with people that really understand
yes.
you and lift you up and aren't intimidated by your growth.
Absolutely.
And who understand we can do this together.
Yes.
I do not have to do you like.
Collaboration
You would
is
be
key,
living
that's
a
what I would
lie
say.
anyways if you're trying to please other people. You need to please yourself. You've been through enough.
And that's my
Yeah.
biggest thing. I think people have that misunderstanding about me. They look at me, as a wild card.
Right.
We don't know what she's gonna say. Ain't no telling. She's this and this. No, you don't understand what I've been through.
Right.
And this is not coming from a place of hurt. It's coming from a place of strength.
Yes.
I have had to fight so hard to get up. So you
So
ask
you
me
are.
what gets me up. It's pain. It's pain. When a child burns their hand on the stove, I bet you don't touch it again.
No.
No.
That pain is what gets me up in the morning. It's what makes me cry those tears
Yes.
and
Right.
say, I'm going to get back on women or I don't. Because if there's nothing else that I got for me in my corner,
Yes.
then I know I got that. That pain that I feel is what keeps me going.
Yes.
Because life ain't always pretty.
No.
At all.
And on my prettiest days, I probably do the least work. I ain't doing nothing because I just feel pretty.
Right.
But when I feel ugly
Yes.
and when I'm in pain, that's when I start going to work. Because I got to get myself out that hole.
Good. Thank you so much for
pain is what
speaking.
teaches.
Yeah, she's turned that pain into purpose for sure.
Yes, and now it's time to turn it into profit.
Absolutely.
Now it's time for the
All
profit
right now.
part.
Absolutely.
All right. Oh, gosh. Enough.
So tell us, what do you do to relax?
I love getting my nails done.
Yes.
That is my favorite thing. I'm a bling queen. I actually box. I go to Title
Oh.
Boxing Club, And I encourage more women to do that, especially
good
for domestic
exercise.
violence,
I'm thinking of doing
because
that.
it's good
I did it.
exercise. It's a mental great
Yes.
barrier.
Yes.
And you will be surprised what your body can actually do when you push it to the limit. And the feeling that you get after knowing I just went 12 rounds and then just learning myself.
Right.
Like that whole journey, that's what I do to relax. So I also paint. I bought myself a paint in an easel, a
Yes.
canvas easel. I don't know how to paint.
Get it off your
I
mind.
just like painting. So
it
I
off your
say,
mind.
whatever makes me happy at the moment, it might
it.
be cooking. If it
Just do
makes
it.
me happy, I just do it.
Yes.
Unapologetically.
Are
Just
you,
do it.
You're a great cook or no?
Well, I'm not married yet, so I think I am.
Yes.
I've been told yes, but one day we'll find out.
Get a good cookbook.
I know, right? I got some good Haitian friends.
That's
you know what I'm
right,
saying? I got
that's right.
some
Chef
top
Tia, get
Chef
a good
Tia, I
cookbook.
got some good friends. I think I'm pretty good, but I'm a seafood lover, so
Okay.
I treat myself out to eat. I date myself too.
Why
That's
not?
right.
I think more women
You
need to
love
do
yourself.
that.
You have to
Because
love yourself.
How can I ask a man to do
love
X,
you.
Y, and Z for
Exact.
me?
And
And
you're
I
not
don't even
doing
do
it
it
for yourself.
myself.
Right.
So
I
if
agree.
I can take myself to, Karen Seafood, everybody knows it's my favorite spot, and you can't, we got a problem. So I do things that make me happy inside that I don't have to explain to anybody else.
Yeah, good.
And I do them quietly. That's the best part about
You
it.
like.
Do it quietly. Don't be so loud about your self-care.
Yes.
That's how you really get it.
I don't think you mentioned. Did we mention the name of her book?
Consequences of truth.
Yes,
There's always
we
some
did.
consequences.
Okay, we did. We
You
did mention
did.
it.
Do
Okay,
her bio.
great.
Yes.
So, go ahead. You can go ahead.
I wanted to ask you, how are things with your family? Like when you guys have gatherings and things like that, what does your family say about everything that has happened to you? What does family say? And we're approaching the holidays, and that's one of the questions I'm asking. The reasons I'm asking is because the holidays are approaching.
Yes.
And how has it been with your family with everything that has happened to you?
I'm going to expose a truth to you guys that I've never exposed before. I have holidays by myself. Sometimes it's by choice.
Yes, that's what I was about to ask.
It's not that my family doesn't offer, but when you begin to outgrow little Chelsea, people have a tendency to only see you as little Chelsea. Do I love my family? I absolutely love you guys. Like, that's no shade thrown whatsoever.
Yes.
But my family are those connected to my purpose.
Okay.
Okay.
So I spend time with my family.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I keep that conversation.
I get it.
And I think if people really understood what came with my book,
Yes.
if people understood the price that I paid, then they'd understand why I speak my message and why I speak the way I do, because the consequences of truth are that those holidays sometimes are alone.
Yes.
Those holidays, sometimes those birthdays, you don't always get calls. You don't always get things like that.
Yes.
But the women who I'm able to touch and who reach out to me, it's worth it.
Yes.
It's
Absolutely.
worth it, and that's what I want people to know the most. I have family, but I rely on other women who have been through what I've been through, and I'm here for you.
Thank you.
And you're not alone if you're by yourself on the holidays. It's okay.
Yeah.
Grab a bottle of wine. At this point, I simply thank God for peace on holidays, because so many people are with their family and don't have peace.
Exactly.
The one thing I ask God for
It's
is
peace.
You give me peace, I can make it through. So being a rebel with the cause is it's not just hard body.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. It's a lonely walk.
Yes.
It's a very lonely walk. And people don't see it. They just see,
gosh.
oh, you this. No, you don't know what I've lost along the way.
Exactly.
But I do know what I gained.
Yes. Yes.
Gosh.
I cried on TV. Y'all know she emotional. So, but yes, it's definitely true. It has been hard.
Yes. I can only imagine.
That's why I cling to
Yes.
good people when they come in my circle.
Yes.
Because they're hard to come by.
They are hard to come by. Well, thank you for
So
that.
sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. Tell us what we have to look forward to with Chelsea Speaks.
The truth. Chelsea Speaks is coming now more raw than ever, because I know who I am. I know what I'm speaking. I know I'm speaking the truth. I know I'm doing it with love. So what can you expect? First of
truth.
all, the truth.
The truth.
Right.
And the whole truth.
And nothing but.
And nothing but.
The truth.
The second thing you can expect to drop is the new release of my book cover,
Mm-hmm.
because we're going to do an uncut version
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
of Consequences of Truth, because I feel like some things were left out
Really?
that I feel like I should have put in the book.
Okay.
That I want my viewers and my readers
To see it.
and my sisters, my queens, y'all ain't my sisters, I don't know y'all like that. My queens, I want my queens to know. So I'm going to do a re-release of the book.
Okay.
I'm super excited about
Awesome.
it.
We're happy.
So that is something I'm excited about. Women Are Dope 2020 is going to be in Atlanta. I would love to have candid conversation there. This is going to be a Connexpo. Nobody's ever done it before. I named it, okay, Connexpo. Because it's going to be such a wonderful event, and that's honestly what brings me joy in the morning, because I know what I'm planning, and I know what's about to happen. If we did it once, baby, we're going to do it again.
And bigger and better.
Bigger and better.
Wow, you're just amazing.
Healing is amazing.
Yes.
Healing is amazing. When people say, oh, you're good, Chelsea, man, listen, healing. And healing does not look like what you think it
No, it
looks
doesn't.
like.
No, it doesn't.
When you
It's a fight every day.
Even when you get a tattoo, don't it scab? It scabs up first.
Right.
So what makes you think that me telling the truth about women are dope is coming? Hey, man,
Mm-hmm.
I told you I was coming.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just warming up.
Yes, yes. We can't wait to see what you have in store.
I can't wait. You guys are going to love it. 3-course meal. So much in store. Premium swag bag sponsors.
Oh, wow.
Over 18 vendors. We do something called the Power Drive.
Okay.
I got to keep that a secret. I'll just tell y'all.
Yes.
So we do things that I feel like other conferences, I just try to incorporate things that I would like to see.
Right.
And to help my vendors
That is
make
great.
money as well.
Okay.
So this is something where
You're
everybody's
helping
gonna have-
everyone.
Yes.
Everybody should be able to win, and that's what I'm bringing
Great.
to the table.
Tell us how we can contact you.
Oh, Lord. Well, you can
On
always
social
find
media sites.
Well, you can always go to IamChelseaSpeaks.com. We are up and running. My site is live right now. You can go Facebook, Chelsea Speaks Official. Most people know you can hashtag RWAC, Rebel with the Cause. If you put in Chelsea Speaks, some type of drama or some type of truth is going to come up. So just type in Chelsea Speaks on Instagram. _Chelsea Speaks.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Yes, ma'am.
There we have it.
Well, Miss Chelsea, we want to thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
on
for
the
Thank you,
show
thank you.
and sharing your heartfelt story of
Thank
faith,
you.
courage, and resilience.
Thank you.
There are countless amount of men and women out here that you have given hope to.
Yes.
We thank you so much.
And I hope to give many more. And I thank you guys for this opportunity. And I'm looking forward to seeing Candid Conversation grow.
Yes.
Thank you.
Big things coming.
Thank you so much.
And the atmosphere is so inviting, because I've been on plenty of shows. So y'all the bomb, and y'all look good too. So I appreciate that, y'all, for bringing me on stage.
We appreciate our beautiful guests.
Beautiful, yes, thank you. So I'm looking forward to the future, and I would love to see you ladies at my conference.
Thank you
We
so
will
much.
be there. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
God bless you.
Yes, bless you, bless you.
We want to thank all of you for joining us on Candid Conversations. Tune in next Tuesday, 6 p.m. for another inspirational story, as well as a transformational journey and an amazing guest. Remember, there is no peace without forgiveness.
That's right.
And that's Candid
Candid
Conversations.
conversation.
Peace.
Candid conversation.
Candid Conversations. Candid Conversations. Candid. Do a little jingle for y'all. Candid.